What's up, Cryptologic podcast listeners? Welcome to episode 207. Today, I have a very special guest. Today is more of a NFT-centric based podcast. I have Mr. Darth Santos, aka Zepper, aka the creator, the founder of the sold out Zeppers Fox Club NFT collection living on Sologenic, which is built on the Xrp ledger. This is Mr. Darth Santos. How you doing? Welcome to the podcast. I'm glad to have you on. And,
Yo, what's
how
up,
you doing?
guys? What's up, man? I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here, and super excited to share what's going on so far with the project and what we're planning to do
Yeah.
with within the market.
Yeah, like this is like kind of like something that I'm very excited to talk to you about, like about your collection, about the process of being an NFT creator, because the crypto space has provided this avenue for so many talented people that probably would have had to not struggle but find a way to get their artwork and you know what I'm saying, their hustle out there, right? Whether you're a
Yeah.
tattoo artist, you're just a painter, a canvas drawer, like whatever, right? The crypto space has evolved to where now, not even crypto space, the blockchain, right? Well, it is crypto space, but the blockchain technology, which is interwoven into art now because of NFTs, allows someone like yourself to be able to display your artwork. So I have so many, we know each other, right? We've been talking for like the
Yeah.
past 2 weeks. You're helping me with my project behind the scenes, and this is all about you. And I want to like pick your brain and let the viewers know, like, hey, if you have a skill like this, you can do something big and sell out an NFT collection like you did, So
Most definitely.
with that being said, I want to get into it and start talking about your skill. What is your skill before you got into NFTs? Like what did you what are you? Who are you before this NFT collection came about?
Before NFT came out, yeah.
Yeah.
Before I even got into NFT, man, I come from a totally different world, but it's not that far, right?
Yeah.
I started off my career in sales and marketing, so I know a lot about marketing, a lot about sales, a lot about business development, since that was majority of the tasks that I had where it comes to my previous jobs and career and whatnot. But at the same time, ever since I was little, I used to draw, and I actually used to be in this drawing academy. I forgot the name of it, but it was like this academy where you work from home. They send you like
Mhm.
packages of homework of arts that you need to do, certain techniques and whatnot. And that's where I started to really, invest myself into art, into creating itself by itself, being an artist. And I'm a musician as well.
Mhm.
I play music and whatnot, so I was always involved in art. And
Creative. You're a creative person.
yeah, creative person. If and just back, say in 2021, I started getting into NFTs. Right, when the whole COVID pandemic thing started happening, I was inside of the house trying to figure out ways to make money. I started hearing about Bitcoin's prices going up and whatnot, so I started investing into Bitcoin. I started investing into crypto, and then I started hearing about NFTs, and then I'm seeing that people are buying in a lot of amount of NFTs for like huge crazy prices, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why are people buying, paying so much for just this JPEG? I didn't
Yeah.
know the whole idea behind the NFTs, like the utilities, the community, like everything that builds its value around it. I was blind towards that fact, so I just left it there. Right, I was thinking about getting into it, but I never did, and then at the beginning of this year, I started thinking about it even more. I was like, hey, you know what? What if I make my own NFT collection? What if I put my NFT collection out? So I started testing the waters, first and most of all, getting into NFT and understanding what NFTs are. So I started, investing into NFTs, and this happened in the Solana market. So I started buying NFTs, trying to flip them. I got scammed a bunch of
Yeah, me
times.
too.
I got rug pulled a bunch of times. I was like, oh, what the hell am I doing? Am I just wasting my time? So I started thinking, you know what? Let me put my own NFT project out there, and let me see how this goes. So funny story. Before even Zeppers Fox Club was on Sologenic, we used to have it on Ethereum. We tried it there, it didn't work out. We pulled the plug on Ethereum. Then we launched it on Solana. It didn't work out as well. We pulled the plug on Solana. So I came across Sologenic because I just started buying
XRP.
XRP. Exactly. I
XRP
started
family.
buying XRP. And I was
XRP.
like, what, XRP's prices are down right now.
Yeah.
I know what's gonna happen with XRP in the future. I'm a
The
big
lawsuit
believer of
too.
XRP.
And the lawsuit.
Exactly. I'm a huge believer of XRP. And I know that once that lawsuit's over, like the price is just gonna skyrocket. So I know what I'm investing on, and I said, what, if I should put an NFT project out there, it should be on something that I believe on, and something that I strongly believe, something that I strongly done my research on, and I done my research, and I believe a lot in XRP. So I said, what, let me make XRP the home for Zeppers Fox Club, and that's what happened. One night I decided, I just, like, it was like 3 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning, and I'm
Why?
just fine.
What's up? Oh, sorry. I'll ask this question after. Continue. My bad. My bad.
No. I was saying it was just like 3 o'clock in the morning one time. One night I just woke up, and I remember that I was like, had all these Zeppers that I already worked on. And so, what? Let me try Sologenic.
Hmm.
Let me see how that goes. And I already had started buying extra NFTs through Sologenic, and I came across this community called Astronauts. Dope ass community.
Bro,
Dope
I'm
ass
talking. I'm
community.
like they followed me and I was like talking to them. About, we're like talking a little bit. I know of them like a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah, they're cool ass people,
they're
man. They're cool
cool.
ass people. Super cool, super dope community. And right there I started asking them questions as, hey, how could I mint my NFTs? How much does it take for me to mint? I started asking all these questions that a newbie would ask,
Hmm.
and they helped me out with everything, man. And they told me, oh, okay, this is what you do, this is how much it's gonna cost if you want to mint X amount. And I did it, man. I minted, and I started getting people to buy in, and that's how I got into the sologenic market.
That's amazing, bro. That's oh man, I got so much to talk to you about on that. So like when it comes to Zeppers, right? And this is funny because we talk for like an hour and a half before we did the podcast, right? So this so I want the
Exactly.
viewers to know like we had an hour conversation before this started, and we had like another hour conversation like last week. So like we
Exactly.
so we this thing can get really deep. And off air, I'm gonna talk to you more about the other stuff, like the astronauts and other things. Like I just like to tell you about, but so when it comes to Zeppers, right? Like let's back up a little bit when you were doing it on Ethereum. Where the name Zeppers come from? Is that like something you like? What does that name mean to you? And why'd you pick that name? I'm curious. And then why the
Definitely.
foxes? Like why did you go with this particular artwork? Which is really cool. Speaking to the artist, you are the artist of the NT collection. You drew it yourself. Like you drew all these yourself. You created it. This all came from your brain. Like so, what made you pick? You know, what I'm saying these foxes and why Zeppers and like take us on a journey through that.
Yeah, so funny story, right? The original idea came out from actually my brother. My brother's a big fan of like foxes and stuff like that. And I remember one time we used to we used to just like just draw out of boredom and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we started drawing these characters, and I remember the separate fox character just came out from these drawing hobbies that we had. And then my brother used to always say, oh, you should call that guy Zepper. He looks like his name
Zepper.
should be Zepper. And then so he helped me out a lot where it comes towards like the name and the influence as towards creating this fox itself. Now the fox, right, as well, the fox, I also did a drawing like for somebody that does art, like on derivatives and stuff like that. And I used to do commission art from time to time with my little brother, and then we just created the whole template from there. I created like a fan made fox for him, and then the guy liked it. We had it on his derivative. He was sharing it with people, and we started getting like some sort of traction to there. And then we created an Instagram for Zepper the Fox, but it was just to be like, like here's a cartoon character. We weren't really planning to make an NFT out of it or nothing like that. It was just a character that we just created. And when I started getting the NFT idea, I said, you know what? Why don't I just put traits around this character and make an NFT project out of it? And then that's how the whole thing came about.
Man, and this is awesome. Like you've sold out each drop you've had so far, up to this point.
Yeah, so we have 3 drops so far.
Man,
We have
you
special
working?
drops as well, like collab drops. So
Hmm.
the collab drops are from other NFT projects within Sologenic that we collaborated with them, and we each of the projects created their own version of an inspired an inspired version of that project for that
Yeah.
collab. So for example, if with me, I did a collab with a project. Well, I'm doing a collab right now with a project called Psycho Bunny, which are like a Bugs Bunny character.
Oh, I'll
So
show
I
I'll show
haven't,
those in a little bit. I'll show those.
yeah, I haven't done the art for it yet, but the collab we're supposed to launch it I think around next month, mid of next month. So we do that, then I already have an idea of what I want to do. I want to create like a Zepper that looks like Elmer Fudge, the one that's hunting Bugs Bunny, and then in the back, or just have him like hold like one of the Psycho Bunnies. Either I put him in the background as a taxidermy, or have him hold the Psycho Bunny like dead like that with a shotgun, and with the Elmer Fudge had the little hunting suit that he had, and yeah,
Oh, that'd be awesome.
that's what my idea is coming at right now.
Bro, that's the best thing about like being the artist. You can think that and draw it yourself, right? It's, you know how like hard
Exactly.
it'd probably be to have someone, hey, can you draw this for me? They're like, huh? Like you can just draw what you're visualizing. That's the beautiful thing about it. Bro, that's the beautiful thing that like what we talked about last week when we broke down like the NFT space, right? And we broke down like when you finally just say, you know what, I want to create my own collection, right? The communities, the fact that the potential, right, of changing your life, but in a way where you meet new people, you can change the trajectory, you get new partnerships, helping people, get utility and everything like that, building upon something that you just hope people in the beginning just hope people like. That's all you're living off of
Exactly.
hope. Like the first drop is like, man, I hope people like it. I hope I get one person buying it. And I remember I was telling you on air, off air before, someone tweeting, man, I'm so happy I got this. Like, oh, I want this. Like people wanting a piece of your art, something that you created, and it's just something, it's different than like creating content and having someone like watch it and liking a video or leaving a comment. But someone like spending their hard earned money to buy something that you created is like a whole nother level of like, man, this is awesome. I feel like, and that's what I think that the NFT space at its core is really what it's about. It's community, and having a strong community can take you anywhere, right? And people that trust you, that know you, and you started off with just a collection. Like it wasn't like you were a big time, you weren't making content, or you weren't, like a
Yeah.
rapper or actor or whatever. You just like, hey, I have artwork that I'm passionate about and I want to share it with the world. And it's a big risk, and you failed a couple times, right, quote unquote. But I don't consider those failures. I consider those like lessons, right?
Exactly.
With Ethereum, Solana, and then you boom, third strikes the third chance the charm, whatever, right? Whatever that saying is,
That's true.
whatever.
That's
And
definitely
then
true.
boom, and now we're on Sologenic. Like you hit Sologenic, and that's the same thing with me, where I was like, man, like Ethereum's cool, OpenSea great to the masses, public. Everyone knows about OpenSea, right? They have Coinbase, they have partnerships, they have everything, right? Everyone talks about OpenSea. Cool. A lot of sold out projects, a lot of Boyd 8 Yacht Club, Pudgy Penguins, so many like name brand type of NFTs, crypto punks, right? Cool.
Exactly.
You guys can have that. I was like, man, I want something that's unique, something that I like. XRP, right? And I was like, it was either XRP or Avalanche to what I was really gonna dive into, because I really like Avalanche too, right? Avalanche is like, man, I don't really like Solana, but Avalanche was like right there.
Exactly.
XRP was like, man, like what is XRP building, right? And I looked into it and I was like, man, Sologenic is like still up and coming, it's new, and that's where I dove into Sologenic, and then that's where my inspiration came from, on top of what I talked about before for the XRP family, whatever. But the ecosystem, the platform. So when you got on the Sologenic, what did you think? Like, what was your first thoughts or impressions? Like, what did you do when you got on? Like, what was the process like?
So my first impression is like, what the fuck? What is this? if I'm looking,
Me too.
if I'm
I was
looking at
like,
the page,
oh,
if you just click on Sologenic, right? Because that's how I searched it up as, when I started doing my research, I searched it up as Sologenic, and that's the first thing that popped up right there, that page. I'm like, what the hell is this? Where do I look at the NFTs? Where do I
there's
go
two
from here?
websites too.
Yeah, it's two websites. So Sologenic one, it's like it tells you the whole thing about like the programming behind it, the blockchain behind it, like what powers it and whatnot.
Right
But
here.
if you go to yeah, the first one, sologenic.com. So it just talks about stocks, tokenized securities, and whatever. So right there, I'm like, how the hell do I look at NFTs over here? Right. So that's the
Me
first
too.
page that I popped up, and then I started even going even more, and then I got to that page and I see explore NFT access decks, And then until I got to the NFT part, right? And then I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wait, this is so difficult for you to get here. Like anybody that's new to this, they'll just give up in a matter of seconds. I'm like, you know what? Screw this. Like
Yeah,
I'll
it's
hop.
complex. It's like
Let me just go
complex.
somewhere else. But once you understand it, right? Once I got the grip of it and I got into it, I went in there blindly. So my first experience with Sologenic was let me go in here, let's see what's going on. I started looking at the new projects that were happening, that were coming out
Psycho
recently and
Bunny.
added collections. So that's what I'm telling you about Psycho Bunny. We're gonna have a collaboration with them eventually, but right, that's one of the OG projects within Sologenic, and majority of the members that are there, they're basically are their main investors within Sologenic. So these are where majority of the investors group at in their communities, and they make decisions as for what's going to be happening within the market, what market they're going to move, etc. So it's always awesome to be part of them for that particular reason. And owning a bunny takes you a lot of perks as well. So
Yeah.
that's
This is
and they have some dope artwork,
awesome.
some super dope artwork.
Bro, I see it. I love it. Where's their first collection at though? That's what I'm trying to find.
So the first collection, I wouldn't know what the
Their
first
first
collection
drop, I
is.
mean, their first drop, I mean.
I would say it's like all the way in the bottom. It should be
Oh,
one of the
one of
first
these?
drops. Yeah, one of the ones on the bottom.
Like this one right here? Or this one, you
I
think?
think that one all the way in the bottom is the one.
This one?
The one with yeah, that one, that one.
But it's just one item, that's why. Did they
One
drop
item.
one at a time? Or how many did they drop?
I think they drop one at a time because they're like unique. Yeah,
Oh,
they're super unique. So
that's interesting. You see, that's what we
I
talked
think the
about.
ones that have multiple ones, those probably have click on the ones that have
This
multiple
one has
ones on
three, see?
their headers.
I
Yeah,
don't
that one
know.
has three.
All right, let me
But click
see. Let me see.
yeah,
Like
click the
this
one
one
that
right
has
here. This one's
the
not
background with
verified. This one here, you think?
no, no, the one on top of that one.
This one, limited edition? No. Which one you think? This one?
The one in the middle? No, no, the one in the middle.
This one?
Yeah, yeah, that one.
This one's
That should have
four.
multiple ones. That one has four.
Yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
like I mean, I love it. I just, I like what I wanted to talk to you about was that like when it comes to Sologenic, if you were trading on OpenSea, right? If you're an NFT creator or collector that's been on OpenSea or Solana, and you want to switch, like, man, I'm tired of the gas fees on Ethereum, or I'm tired of the artwork on here. It's the same thing. It was just all money grabs, right? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Solana, same thing. And you want to switch to a new ecosystem, and you go over to Sologenic, I feel like, because I was on OpenSea before too, like last
Yeah.
year, early last year, January, February, I was on OpenSea. I was buying on OpenSea, right? I was buying, those projects, some of those up and coming ones, whatever, trying to flip them like you were, and I lost money, got rug, or whatever, got hacked. So like when I went to Sologenic, and as I'm learning from you, also someone who has a collection that's successfully sold out and stuff, I've noticed I'm like, you can't really, like, not even can't, can't really. It's like it's a complete difference. OpenSea and Sologenic, like the audiences are completely different, and how you strategize and market using Sologenic is way different than OpenSea. Because a lot of OpenSea, if you really think about it, OpenSea is sort of like a secondary option because most mints were done on a website and then they go loaded on OpenSea, and those are like resale. Like it's kind of like StockX, I would assume. Whereas Sologenic, you're pretty much getting the first drops, and you just gotta buy them first come first serve, and essentially, depending on how pop,
Exactly.
right? OpenSea is kind of like once they're on OpenSea, it's kind of like I don't know if I'm wrong here, but once they're on OpenSea, it's like oh, you're kind of already late because people already minted it previously, right? Is that right?
Well, not necessarily, right? So
Okay, you can drop it on OpenSea.
for OpenSea, you can drop it on OpenSea. The way that I did mine is I
Okay,
dropped it on OpenSea, but I did it with with Polygon instead of
yeah,
Ethereum because
it's expensive.
they were trying to charge a lot of fee just for you to upload one
Yeah,
NFT, right? Like $83. It was just super crazy, especially for somebody that's new to this
if you have a
that they don't have
hundred,
a lot of money a lot of money to invest, right? And at the end of the day, even if you did have the money to invest, that's not going to ensure that your project is going to sell, that you're even going to sell one of them. So, let's say you invest $5,000 to put out a project out there, and you haven't even made one sell. That's a big L right there. That's a big
yep,
loss. So the beauty about Sologenic is that it doesn't take much for you to mint, right? I think it just takes about three solo coins for you to mint one drawing, and one solo coin would equals to like 1.4 XRP. So it's not much, right? And once you mint them, then it's pretty easy for you to mint. It tells you all the steps. It gives you a walkthrough. This is what you need to click on next. This is where you need to add your images. And then once you go to like the details of uploading the project there, you could put descriptions, traits, and whatever, and the type of NFT it is, if it's like a collection, a trading card, or whatnot. So there's so many things that you could do with Sologenic, which is one of the reasons why I clicked on it in the first place. Once you upload your collection, you just have to verify by uploading the files that proves that you drew the collection, and then that's how you get the verification check. And you can even verify your personal profile as an artist, or as a seller, reseller, or a trader. And that's pretty dope as well, because that gives people, to trust the project even more, having those little blue chips on them.
See, that's
And that's a custom one that I
yeah,
made.
that's the custom one that you made me on. I still have it on my Twitter profile. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I was gonna say, I was like, so when it comes to like OpenSea, right? You can drop projects on OpenSea without having to like first time buyers can, like, not first time. You know what I mean by first time buyers, right? Like how Sologenic, you drop the collection and then, hey, it's live now. Go get them. Like that. You can do that on OpenSea.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, got you.
You can do
I
that
didn't
on
know that.
OpenSea. Yeah, you can do that on OpenSea. And then yeah, that's what you can do here on Sologenic. You could
Yeah, that's what.
launch the project.
Got it. So
Yeah.
that's what I initially thought was the main difference between Sologenic and OpenSea. It was like, all right, well, the strategy has to be a little different, because I thought that like OpenSea was like, once they're on OpenSea, that's a secondary market. That's already like, oh, people are reselling them already, right? Which I guess when you mint them on the website, it like connects to the OpenSea, and then it's like, oh, this person owns
No,
it.
no. What's happening right now with OpenSea? I see exactly where you're coming at right
Yeah.
now, and I see what you're trying to ask. So that's happening with a lot of projects, for example, in Solana and other markets.
Yeah.
That now, if my project was originally in Magic Eden, which is the main marketplace for Solana NFTs, then it's gonna come out first in Magic Eden, but then afterwards it's gonna get uploaded to OpenSea. So you can have an option whether to buy from OpenSea or buy directly from Solana. So that's what's happening right now with majority of the projects that you're
Yeah.
seeing that are new there. They're like, oh shit, this already came out. Yeah, it did, but it came out in a different marketplace. So that might be a feature that could be a possibility of happening in the future for Sologenic,
Yeah, I think they will.
where
They have
they
to.
can probably partner up with OpenSea, and then any project that gets uploaded here will be also available to be bought off on OpenSea. Because right now, what OpenSea is trying to do, they're trying to become basically the Amazon for NFTs. That's
Yes,
essentially what
yes,
they're trying to
and it's
do.
smart for them to connect. And the beautiful thing, even I know XRP has a lot of hate because of the lawsuit. Not hate from holders, hate from the entities, the corporate
Yeah.
people. Once the lawsuit's over and that's behind, and there's a settlement or they win and Ripple wins, it's good to go, right? But other than that, Sologenic, the the Solo token is powered by the XRP token, right, on the XRP ledger. So the speed and
Exactly.
so the OpenSea can technically still work with Sologenic, even though the XRP has a cloud over it, by using the Solo tokens. So that's still the beautiful part about it. And I think that would be, bro. But the thing is that will Ethereum allow that? Because that will blow Ethereum out the water, because the gas fees, the speed of the transaction, the security, the safety is so much better, I think,
Well,
on the XRP ledger.
if that would have been the case, they would never have done it with Polygon, or they
True,
would never
right?
have
Yeah,
done
you're
it as
right. You're
well
right.
with Solana, because with Solana you're looking at gas fees that are like a couple of
You're
cents.
right. You're right.
So yeah, so it's the same thing. So they're not really gonna do it, because at the end of the day, they don't, they're not gonna really benefit. They'll benefit more by adding more marketplaces in there, and
More people
more,
coming in.
yeah, more
Yeah.
projects, more different blockchains, and that's just gonna help out the whole OpenSea, because they can all just go at one spot and get everything from there.
And once in the future, right, in 3 years or something, we have an OpenSea that has Avalanche, they have Polygon, Ethereum, Solana, Sologenic with XRP, right? You ever played? I mentioned this on my podcast a while ago on my YouTube channel a long time ago. You ever played Pokemon like red version,
Yeah,
blue
of
version?
course, of
So you
course.
know how like in red version, you could only there's like some Pokemon that you couldn't
Some
catch,
Pokemons you couldn't catch
and you had to
on
get them in
that's on
blue. And if
blue.
you wanted
Yeah,
them, you had to trade with somebody. That's what they
exactly.
should drop a collection. That's like, hey, this is agnostic, which means like you can have a XRP version, you can have or Sologenic version, you can have a Solana version, and where I have a Zepper that's on Sologenic, and then you can drop one on Solana where I could trade for that Solana one. I'm like, man, I want that Solana one, and then and those drops are only like there's certain attributes for the Solana one that you cannot get on the Sologenic one, and then if I want that one, you have to trade somebody for it or you buy it or something, and it'll swap and it'll switch over and go to Sologenic, and you have it now on Sologenic, and
That's
people would be
pretty
like,
cool.
"Whoa, how do you have that?" I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I traded for this guy. Like, that's a future that I see that be game changing, and the technology is there to do it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just someone
everything's a
need to think about it.
possibility.
Yeah, that would be so fun, and that will change the game of collecting because it makes it more exclusive, right? And the blockchain makes that possible, right? Like having a Solana version Zepper that's only ever existed with Solana because you dropped it that way on your Sologenic connection because you swapped it, and that's what something like Quant can do that, right? A token like that. But that's like
Exactly.
getting deeper into crypto. But that's something that I'm very excited about. And when it comes to Sologenic, what do you say to someone like me? How I was coming at you, right? Like asking you, like, I want to create this. Like, what would you like, based off of what you've done and what you've learned? Like, what would you say to someone that has an idea of an NFT collection?
I would say definitely do your homework, right? Before launching a project on Sologenic. You got to do your homework because you got to understand the market, you got to understand the space, right? And also give yourself enough time for you to network, right? And then talk to the people. The best thing for about Sologenic is that it's a very small marketplace. So the investors, the people that are investing, since it's a very small space,
It's
everybody
young.
knows each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows each other, so everybody just networks with each other, and we basically talk among ourselves like, hey, what's the next hot project, like what other projects should we invest on. And this is where the whole community came about, and they created a community called SGS, which is Solo Genesis. Solo Genesis is a group of communities with a lot of the investors in there, and basically the whole program itself, the whole Solo Genesis idea is for investors to go and have a guide as towards what what project to invest on and what not to invest on, because majority of the times you have these investors going to these projects blinded. They're just going off based on a roadmap, based on the art, and they're going in there, but they're getting rug pulled, right? Or there's no really utilities around there, or I don't know, it's just a project that you need to do your homework on investing. So Solo Genesis provides you a list of all the partners that they have, which are projects that they partner up with potentially, eventually they're given the green light as, okay, this is a good project to invest on. So a lot of the investors usually they invest on those projects first before they go invest on any other project that's coming out on Sologenic. So it's a game changer because this is allowing a lot of investors not to get rug pulled or scammed from the beginning.
Yeah, bro, man, and I like the beautiful thing about it. Anyone like that's listening to this and has an idea and wants to become a NFT creator, or if you're an artist and you want to like build create something and share it with the world, I really do think, like you said, like Sologenic is probably like the best place to start because it's still so new, and you can get in. You could join a community that's still kind of small, but in a sense has so much room to build upon, right? And like you said, like
Exactly.
the SGS community, that thing is gonna be a game changer in the future. It's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get bigger, and it's only gonna get more exclusive, right? As it continues, and that group can basically at some point in time determine what are blue chips and what are bad projects, and can tell from the jump, like, hey, this is a money grab,
Well,
this is a
that's
cash
basically
grab.
that's what
You
they're
know what I
basically
mean?
doing as of right now. They're already doing that. That's the whole idea behind it, and
Yeah.
that's why it's so awesome. And it's already exclusive because the maximum amount of members that they will allow to be part of the SGS, it's 100, right? So
Woo.
you have 100 of them that are only going to be there. And right now, I think it's already like 87 spots filled out already. So there's a couple of spots left for new members to come in. But at the end of the day, this is going to be a game changer for everybody, because if you as soon as you become a member for SGS, then you'll know exactly what projects to get in. They got exclusivity like whitelist for different projects. So right now there's new projects that are coming out. They're going first and most of all directly with SGS, so they can do the marketing for them. They can build around the community around. They give the stamp of being verified for blue chip
Yeah.
for Sologenic, and then the beauty about it is that their projects sold out, and then once their project sold out, then people have the opportunity to flip it for even more because they got in at a very lower price with whitelisting, and that's what majority of these projects are doing. They're giving out exclusivity whitelist just for SGS members, so you can go in and get an NFT at 150 XRP floor price, and then once it comes out, you can resell it for 1K, 2K. That's what we've seen so far with a project called X Walkers, which is
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like a zombie one. They've been out for like a month already, and they're the highest, one of the highest selling projects out there is those, yeah, those zombie ones right there. So
Oh
look at the floor
man.
price right now. It's at 1.2K.
Is he in the
And
SGS community too? Like he's in the Discord?
no, he's not in the Discord. They're a
Okay.
different entity. They were built off a group of investors from Ethereum that
Got
went
you.
into the XRP market. But the whitelist for this was 250, right?
For
250
250
250
XRP?
XRP,
That's like
exactly.
$70,
Like
$60.
70 bucks, 60
Yeah.
bucks. And right now people are selling it for 1.2K. So they're
Wow.
making a lot of profits off of it, right? And so there is opportunity for people to make money in XRP NFTs, especially if you just want to get in here for flipping, right? A
Do they
lot of
have
people
utility?
here,
Do they have utility? These
yeah, they have
or is it profile picture type
no, they
like
have they have certain utilities.
okay,
I
got
have no
you.
idea. I'm not a member of them, but
Got
I
you.
know they have utilities and stuff like that that they're coming out with. So, just quick shout out to X Walkers. You guys are killing it with the floor prices, and they also recently had an auction which they sold one of them for like 25,000 XRP. So imagine that.
Oh wow. I'm gonna clip this up and post it on Twitter, and we could, let them know, yo, we're watching. This looks dope.
Yeah, it's super cool project. So there's a lot of projects out here in XRP that have a lot of
Yeah,
potential that are dope as hell, and the artwork is just phenomenal.
astronauts
But
right here, anonymous astronauts. I love the artwork. There's a
yeah,
lot out
anonymous
there, bro. There's a lot. There's a lot, and every day there's new ones, and it's only gonna get more bigger. It's only gonna get bigger, and that's why my like I want to say to other people, like, don't be like me where I was like, oh, should I do it, should I do it, should I do it? Like, I've been planning my NFT project since like March, April, and building it and building it and taking my time. I'm not saying not to take your time, but you have to like kind of like have faith in yourself, right? Confidence, and now with this podcast, we want to make an announcement. Like, I want to start creating content with Sologenic. I'm gonna have Darth on here more often, right? And we're gonna start talking about Sologenic, start talking about how to basically become a creator or a collector on Sologenic or NFTs in general, and that's something that I want people that are listening look forward to. We're gonna kind of do this a little bit more often, where I'm gonna bring Zepper on and we're gonna start talking about NFTs, start talking about stuff, and I'm willing to start talking about, all right, this project's just new. This project looks dope, and announce his new upcoming projects that he's releasing because he's doing collabs. He has a bright future in regards of the Zeppers, and that's what I next thing I want to talk about is what are your plans for Zepper, and what are you looking forward? What are you looking towards for the future of Zepper? Like, what is your roadmap?
So for Zeppers, I mean, when we first started off the project initially, right? We didn't really know what the main utility of Zeppers would be, and I was always battling as towards what utilities could I come up with that it's gonna make people want to buy the art, and then also benefit from buying the art. And it took days and weeks for me to brainstorm and come out with ideas, but at the end of the day we came out like with this huge roadmap that we thought it would be great because it'll bring a lot of utilities. It'll bring a lot of detailed information that utilities that will help out people in the real world. And what do I mean by that? So right now we have a drop 4 that's coming out this Friday, which will be August I believe it's the 30th. No, the 26th. Sorry about that.
26 right there.
Yeah,
100
so
NFTs.
August the 26th, it's the next drop. So it's like in 2 days, literally, we're gonna have a drop. It's gonna be 100 NFTs, and it's gonna be revolving around anime. So it's gonna be like an anime theme. So you're gonna have like a Naruto Zepper. You're gonna have like a Dragon Ball Z Zepper,
Dragon Ball Z, the movie
One
just came out
Piece.
too.
Yeah, the movie just came out, so it's gonna be super dope. And then what we're planning to do with the funds that we raise from that NFT is that we're going to be powering up and we're going to be funding a different project. So right now we have another project coming out that's made by Zepper Labs. Zepper Labs, it's going to be the entity that we build that's going to allow to fund and develop other programs and projects within Sologenic. And then so we're starting off with our own project, which is going to be Solo X Pawn. It's going to be a pawn shop for Sologenic NFTs. So the whole idea of behind this is to make sure that that people within the community, within the marketplace, have a way of getting liquidity fast, right? And then the way that they do that is by putting their NFTs as collateral. So they would get like a loan for a certain percentage of what the floor price would be on their NFTs, right? And then once they get that loan, they can pay off that loans for up to 3 months with biweekly payments. So the utility for this is amazing because this will basically get people, out of small hiccups. Let's say, for example, there's a new NFT project that just came out, or you see an NFT that you like that just got, it's at steal price right now. They dropped the price down. You want to buy it, but you don't have any liquidity, but you have a bunch of NFTs in your wallet. So now you can go ahead and grab one of these NFTs in your wallet that you don't want to sell, but you want to get liquidity upon. So now you pawn it to us, right? You fill out an application form. We have a bot that the bot would screen from what collection that NFT came from, how many times it sold within the last 3 months, for the amount it sold in the last 3 months, the floor price of that collection in the last 3 months. So that way it makes this easier for us to make a decision whether to give that loan or not, and find out the percentage of how big of a risk would that be for that loan. Based on that, we would approve the loan, give the XRP to the person. They will sign a smart contract, which will send us the NFT to us, and we will send the XRP to them. And it's very structured where it's created and it has a foundation, and it's built upon a structure that we can't get cheated on,
Yeah,
and we can't lose no matter
it's
what.
amazing.
So it's going to give the opportunity for people to get a loan. We charge a very small interest of 15%, right, on that loan. If they don't pay off if they make two payments that they don't pay consecutively, right, two consecutive missed payments, and they lose the NFT. And what we do is that we just auction it at this community called the Auction House. The House of X is the official auction house for XRP NFTs. Anybody that knows XRP NFTs or Sologenic, right? That's the spot where you want to go to auction your NFT, and you can find potential buyers. So for the NFTs, where we charge a very small interest rate of 15%. If they don't pay their payments, right? They miss two consecutive payments, then they basically lose the NFT, and then we can go ahead and auction that at the House of X, which is a community built around the Sologenic XRP market. And this is where people go to auction their NFTs or sell their NFTs. So that's what we plan to do. If the NFT sells in the auction, then we give a certain percentage to the auction house, and then the rest, we keep it ourselves as profit. But if we do that, it's a win-win situation. No matter if we make money off interest, or we make money off reselling the NFTs that they lost. So the whole utility around this behind Zeppers is that Zeppers Fox Club, since they're the one that's powering up the Solo X pawn shop, right? They will have full control of the decisions that are going to be made around Solo X. So we build a DAO within the Discord for
Hmm.
Zeppers. So if anything needs to be done, we can go ahead and vote within the DAO, and then the whole community decides what's going to be happening with the future of the pawn shop. On top of that, right, 25% of the profits from the pawn shop, it's going to be basically given out towards separate holders every single month. So on the 30th of every month, we're going to be doing the calculations of how much profit we generated that month. We're going to get 25% of that, and that's going to be given out towards it's going to be spread out towards the holders based on the tiers
Mm.
of the amount of Zeppers they hold.
That's gonna be a game changer. So this is like you're developing a system that's gonna live outside of Sologenic. That's in a sense working with Sologenic, but allowing just pretty much anyone to be involved in the process of basically flipping NFTs or whatever, right? The business, it's like a business. You're building a business.
Exactly. We're building
It's
a
a Web three.
business.
It's a Web3 business.
It's a Web3 business that we're building. It's a pawn shop in Web3, basically what we're
Yeah.
doing. And the whole idea behind it is simply just to help out the community. That's the main reason why I did it. Because as I mentioned, we want to be able to give out liquidity to people that don't have the opportunity to have liquidity. Let's say your paycheck is two weeks around the corner. You want to buy this NFT. You want to take advantage of it now that it's at a very low floor price. What best way to do it for you to get liquidity from us? And then also another awesome thing that we plan to do is that if the NFTs that we don't sell in the auction, right? If they don't sell at all, then we plan to put it on our vault, and then we plan to have layaway options for people as well to buy NFTs from us in payments. So if you say, for example, if there's this badass NFT you want to buy that's a very high floor price, a high ticket NFT, let's say 2K, right? And you know for a fact you can't give out 2K at once. You can put it on layaway for up to 3 months, and you make bi-weekly payments. You can pay it less than that or more than that. And you're basically going to get the NFT for you, and you're going to put it on layaway. Once it's finished, paid off, then we transfer it to you, and you become the owner of that NFT. So that's a pretty cool idea as well, because there's a lot of people out there that might not have too much cash at once to get into that project.
Bro, that's so amazing, and you're like the pioneer of that. In that regard, like that's gonna change the game for a lot of people for the NFT space, and that's amazing. It's just like it's a starting a business in the real world, and you're starting it on Web3. It's a beautiful thing, and I want to talk to you. And that's the next thing on your roadmap. That's the next thing that's coming up. And
Yeah, so if you can see in the roadmap, we have drop 4, then we have the SGS collection.
that's what I want to
So
talk about. I want to talk about that. The SGS collection.
the SGS collection is a collection that we're going to do for one of our partnerships with Sologenesis Society, which is the community I was informing you earlier, right? What we plan to do is that we plan to create 200 NFTs. 100 of those NFTs are going to be actually donated to Sologenesis
Are they Zeppers
members.
or what are they going to be like?
Yeah, they're Zeppers. They're
Zeppers.
Zeppers.
Okay.
So they're separate with unique traits. They're gonna have like a Sologenesis background sign. They're gonna have like an XRP T-shirt that says Sologenesis Gang. So it's pretty dope. We're planning to take it over the top with this one, and we're planning to give 100 of those donated to Sologenesis members. And then the other 100, we're planning to list them at a floor price of 200 XRP. Again, the sales for this is gonna be powering up the Solo X Pawn, because we won't have enough liquidity for us to start give enough loans out there for this to make financial sense and see a return on investment in a very short amount of time. So with the Solo Genesis collection, that's what it's planned to do. And then out of those 200 NFTs, as I mentioned, out of those 100 NFTs that we're listing them at 200 XRP, we're planning to give out 50% of that donated to Sologenesis, and then the other 25% is going to be donated to Zeppers holders. So Zeppers are going to be able to make some profit off of this.
There goes the utility.
There goes another utility for it. Exactly. So passive income basically is what we're trying to build off for the Zeppers community. And then the good thing about this is that with this donation, as I mentioned, 25% is going to be donated to the Zeppers. The other 25% is going to be used to power the pawn shop. And then the pawn shop launches on October the 20th.
Yeah.
So that's what we're planning to do. And at the beginning, we're just planning to do loans based on NFT programs, projects that are part of the SGS partnership. So keep the exclusivity at first.
Bro, that's amazing.
And that's going to push sales for other projects too, because if you're SGS partnership and for a fact, oh shit, if I buy 5 of these, I know for a fact if I need liquidity in the future, I can go ahead and pawn them on Solo X Pawn.
Yeah. And so I'm looking at your roadmap, and on August 30th, the custom Zepper hoodies, like, are you dropping a collection with Zeppers that have custom hoodies, or
No. So that's another utility that we have that we're doing it
that
for,
they
like,
can
the
apply
OGs.
to. You can add on to your current Zepper.
No. So the way that this works is actually a hoodie. It's a real hoodie. It's a custom hoodie that we have. So it's
real physical hoodie.
It's a real physical hoodie. Yeah, it's a real physical hoodie. So it's swag. It's geared for Zepper holders. So if you have 5 Zeppers, right? You can submit a form on our Discord, and then on that form you can, you know, basically tell us, you know, what Zepper do you want to have on your hoodie, because we put an image of the Zepper in the hoodie. And then let me see if I can send you real quick how it looks like so you can share it there. But it's pretty awesome, man. We already did one of them that we worked on, and we love it, bro. We got awesome feedback from our holders on it too, and they love it. So let me see if I can share with you real quick here.
There's that one, the front,
That's
and
the front side. So as you
here's
can
the
see,
back.
it's
Let's go to the
the
front.
logo there, and in the back you can put the NFT in the back, and then you could put, if you own whatever NFT, you could put that NFT on the back, and then on the side of there it says Zepper 66, because that's the number of that NFT. That's
Yeah,
Zepper number 66. So it's pretty dope. It's pretty custom made. In the corner there in the bottom, there's a QR code, which that will lead to our Sologenic page where you can get the
bro,
Zeppers
that's
at.
so dope. And you see, you guys, this is how you can create utility, and if you have art or you have a skill like this, dive into the NFT space and then look at how far he's gone. This is awesome. And oh man, that's like, it just gets me excited because like I hope to have this for utility for, the for my NFT collection. You know what I'm saying? Like, and allow it to. It's inspirational. It's inspirational, and that's how I look at it as. It's freaking amazing. Like, and you got the next thing you got coming up, right? Other than the SGS collection, the pawn shop. So your drop that's coming out on Friday, that
On
will
Friday.
fund the pawn shop, which will release on October 20th, and 10 days after that, you got the Halloween collection. What's up with that?
Yep. So the Halloween collection is, it's we're excited about that. So it's basically just gonna be Zeppers with Halloween themes. So what I mean by that, we're gonna have like for example, a Freddy Krueger Zepper,
Mm-hmm.
Michael Myers Zepper. So we're pretty stoked about that because they're gonna be very unique with, you know, one out of one traits. And then for anybody that's a fan of Halloween, you know, you can pick up your Zepper
Ooh.
by then. We're planning to
You're
do
wearing
10 of them.
the jumpsuit. He's gonna have the jumpsuit.
He's gonna have the jumpsuit. We're gonna have a Scream one as well. We're gonna have a Jason one. So a lot of Halloween theme. Probably a zombie one is fall in there and a ghost. So it's gonna be pretty dope. And then what we're planning to do is just launch all 10 of them, and then we're gonna have one of them that's gonna be very rare. That one's gonna be super dope. I don't wanna give any spoilers or
Yeah, yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that. But that one's gonna be very dope. And that rare one we're planning to auction it at the House of X.
Man, would that be the first auction?
No, no. The
Oh,
first auction we had at the House of X was actually a pixel
oh,
XRP
okay.
that we did. Yeah, a pixel
Is
separate
that
that we
was that on
did.
the collection? I think I saw it. Let me find it
Yeah,
again.
it's there on the collection.
I think I saw it. I saw the it said Pixel on it, so I saw that.
Yeah, we did it. We did a collab with another project called XRP Pixel. It's I think all the way at the bottom. If you go to
This one, right?
collection, yeah, go all the way that one there.
This one, right? Holder, this
Yeah,
Zepper will get
that's
OG roll.
so
That's so dope.
that's one of the ones that we did the first one that we auctioned it at the auction house, and you know, we sold it for, I think, for like 150 at XRP. So that was the first one that we did, but we're gonna have more coming up right now because besides those drops that we're doing, I think around also October, like towards the end of October, we don't have a specific date yet, but we're gonna be launching another collab collection. And this collab collection is going to be with the biggest projects and Sologenic yet. So we're gonna have one with Psycho Bunny, right?
Yep.
We're gonna have one with X Zombies, which they're one of the biggest
Yeah.
projects so
I
far.
see XRP family on there. We gotta get
Yeah,
that going.
XRP Family we're gonna have going. We're gonna have X Ronin. X Ronin, it's another dope ass project. They're creating a video game. They're creating a video game, and it's super dope, super dope. That you guys are, don't
I'm
sleep on these projects, especially these collabs that we're gonna be doing
Are
on
they
right
on
now.
Sologenic too?
Yeah, yeah. So if you go on Sologenic, put X Ronin,
Oh. Oh,
So click
bro.
click to that one, the
I'm
third
gonna go to
one
the
after the
owner.
bunnies.
Oh,
Yeah, click there on the Ronin, on the owner.
and then click on the owner, and then go to the drops, right? The
No, no,
collection. Go to
let me show you
collection.
something even cooler. Go to the owner now. Go to
Bro,
mint,
minted. You're here, minted.
minted. Yeah, and then go from recently created, go low to high. So right there, low to high. Now this is for you guys that are trying to flip NFTs out here. This is the best way for you to flip NFTs. So if you look at these NFTs right here, right? I own a couple of these, and I actually sold. I probably made about, I would say, $500 this week just reselling these and flipping these. So as you can see, majority of them are selling them for like 200, 150.
Yeah.
Right now you can pick up ones for like 100, the ones that like the
The
lowest
floor
one's
price is gonna
100.
keep going, right? The floor price will keep going up.
Exactly. It's just gonna keep going because these right here were at 70 at the beginning. Now they're at 100. I bought a couple of these, and I actually, matter of fact, I sold one today for 200. I bought them at 95. I sold them for 200 XRP. I made like around $40 just flipping that one right there, right? And then the same thing with the other one. So, this is a dope project that we're gonna be doing a collab with. So I just can't wait to have our Zeppers with, and you can already imagine with some of the artwork
Yeah, the
that
Zeppers is gonna look
art style that they
amazing.
have.
Bro, I'm like honored to even see that. I didn't even expect to see XRP Family on there when I saw it. I'm like, I just hope people are like, what is XRP Family? What? It just looks dope. Like the
Yeah.
X zombies, X Rona, XRP Family, Psycho. The X is like replacing with the S. Like, bro, it's awesome. That Ronin, that thing looks awesome. I'm buy some too. Flip some.
No, the
But
Ronins are dope. The Ronins should definitely, you should buy that one that's at 100 and then probably flip it at 200.
yeah,
You'll definitely get a sell. Or the one at 125, because you got to look at little different traits. For example, the one that's at 125, you can see that has like blue skin. If you go back again to like recently, it's from low to
this is
from
the creator, right? This is the because he minted these. Yeah,
yeah, he
so like
minted these.
125
So
right here.
look at that blue skin one. That blue skin one is at 125. Very unique because not a lot of them have blue skin. So now you can probably flip this at 300. And then if you look at the one that's next to it, the one that has like a samurai costume, that's the only one with the samurai costume. Like within the first, before you even get to like the 200 mark again. So now you can buy that at 140 or even flip it at 300 or something like that. So that's the way that I do some of the analysis on flipping these NFTs, because I noticed that majority of the people go for based on the traits that they have and what seems to be like more
Yeah,
unique and more rare.
bro, that's oh man, that's amazing. That's amazing. Bro, I'm excited to see the success, and I'm excited to like continuing like working with you, and bringing you on the channel and making sologenic NFTs based videos and giving the community update on this, because this is a journey that people shouldn't take lightly, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is
Exactly. Don't sleep on Sologenic,
yeah, don't
man.
sleep on sologenic. This is like being
Like
early
there's
on.
already projects and so you can see how the market's moving. If you go up, you can see how much they probably sold already. If you go back to the project and you go to collections,
Right here.
look at their recent collection drop two. It's like the one with the, so go back to the collections
This one?
and then look
No.
at, yeah, extra, the first one, extra, and drop two.
Oh yeah,
That's
already.
that's the last collection they came out. Look how upgraded the artwork looks like compared
Yeah.
to the other ones. It looks super dope. And these came out right now at 300. The floor price already, it's at averaging 800. I think somebody just put one right now, listed one for like 350. I think I'm gonna cop it and just resell it at 800.
Oh, right here.
That's an
Look,
easy way to make profit
800,
off of it.
1,000, 800, 1,100 extra sologenic tokens. That's crazy.
Yep.
That's
No, so
crazy.
wait, so the lowest one was 800. So somebody did bought the
Yeah.
350 one. There was
Yeah.
there was one at 350 earlier on today. I was like, should
Lower
I cop
high
that one?
800. Yeah.
I was even
800.
thinking about getting it too. Man, I'm gonna get that one and resell it. But
It's the
but
lowest
yeah, but I'm
one,
I'm glad I
800.
have one. I have like three of these already. So I know for a fact that I bought them at 300. I could probably flip them at 1,000 already or
Yeah.
something like that. So
Bro,
it's
this
it's
is
there's money to be made here, guys. If you guys are new to it, like XRP, Sologenic, you're thinking about flipping NFTs, forget about Solana, forget about Ethereum. You're gonna need big money to invest on those. Sologenic is a good thing, a good way to start off with, especially if you don't have that much of a big budget.
Yep. I'm gonna clip that up and post it on my TikTok. What you just said is
Yeah,
gonna be fire. I'm telling, like what you just said, because that's good, right, bro? Like people are trying to get rich quick, right? We understand, like that's something that we can't get rid of. People like that want to do that,
exactly. People
and
want to come up real quick.
you're doing it on a platform when you use OpenSea Solana that's saturated, and you gotta have big money to play.
Exactly.
Sologenic is still a baby, like it's still growing. XR, the what is it? The nodes, what is the I know that we're on 14 right now. 22 is coming out. 20, what is that called?
Yeah, XLS 20.
XLS. Yes, and that's where we
XLS
got
20 is gonna
royalties and
come out
stuff
right
like that,
now.
right? For people who mint.
There's gonna be so much going on with XLS 20. Like for example, developer features, like different things you can do. That's gonna it's gonna be beneficial for for developers that are in other market spaces that want to get into
They're gonna
Sologenic.
flood into here.
Yeah, they're gonna flood into here after XLS
So
20.
it's good to get in now as a collector or creator and get in and
Exactly.
get
Rumor has
comfortable
it,
with it.
guys. Rumor has it, right? This is insider's information right here that once XLS 20, we're gonna have big players from Ethereum and Solana move into the Sologenic
And then boom,
marketplace,
blow it up.
and then it's gonna blow up. It's anybody that has any of the NFTs that are like at small project considered small projects right now, but have like huge potential, which are the ones that I mentioned that are in the SGS community. You know, those guys are going to be the ones that are going to be making the big bucks towards the end of the day, especially once the
Zeppers,
price and the value of exactly Zepper, especially once the
XRP family,
value
hopefully.
XRP
Zeppers.
family is going to be next, especially that once the value of XRP goes up, guys. If you guys are bullish about XRP, right? If you know for a fact that in a couple of years down the line, XRP could even reach up to 10K, right, per coin, then this I'm looking at the bigger picture right now. If I'm looking at okay, right now it's selling out for floor price $90. How much is this $90 going to be worth in the future once XRP's values go up? Right now, you're not looking at dealing with $90 NFTs. Now you have in your hand perhaps a $10,000 NFT, right?
Yeah.
Perhaps even more. So that's where I'm looking at. I'm looking at the bigger picture, and that's where I see the bigger picture with a pawn shop. Because imagine 25% of the profits of pawn shop being, spread out across the members. And then you have XRP with let's say if it goes up to $10 even, you're going to be making really good passive income just off the pawn shop's profit. So that's
Yep.
going to be an awesome utility that we're going to have with the pawn shop opening up right now for Zeppers. So I'm super excited about that.
Bro, I'm excited for I'm excited for your project, for the future of Sologenic, the future of like us working together on on the YouTube, making great content for the NFT community for Sologenic. Because I think that as we make content for it and clip them up and post on TikTok, Twitter, and get people aware of hey what's coming, or and giving people tips and ideas of how to like be a collector, a trader, or a creator. It's going to change the game. And Zeppers is already changing the game with the pawn shop. And you're helping me with my project and building that. And I'm excited for what's to come. And, bro, like the sky's the limit. And I'm just thankful that we're early, we're like, remember when XRP was $1, right? XRP was $1.90, $1.50 just a few, like 6-7 months ago, right? When the year started or
around
whatever.
7 months ago.
And you're looking at these NFTs that are selling for like 200 XRP tokens, right? Which would be like $90.
Yeah, $90.
When XRP goes back to $2, that's $200 now. And then when XRP goes to $5, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So I mean that's what people are looking at. People that are uploading their projects here, they're not looking at the small term picture. Like, okay, I'm making $90 off of one image. No, they're looking at the long picture, the long term goal here, which is making sure that XRP goes high again. Then you're gonna have a bigger bag because now that NFT that you bought at 90, it's $500. Now it's $600, whatever the case is. So the opportunity is here, guys. Right now is the best time to get us into Sologenic because, as I mentioned, the marketplace is just so small. It's so brand new right now. And it's just so young. Everybody knows each other in the marketplace, right? Like I know the owners of most of the projects here, right? Most of the project owners and most of the people investing know my project and know me. So, it's something that that it's
It's a strong
different and
community.
it's very unique. It's a very strong community that's built upon each other. So, if you launch a project here, we're all going to help out. For example, one of the utilities that we even have for Zeppers, we have a business developing program or NFT developing program, which is basically giving out free consultations for anybody that's a Zepper holder. We get them out consultation on how to launch a project. We let them know exactly, what the do's, the don'ts, right? Everything that they need, the foundation that they need in order for them to create a successful project within the XRP community. And that's one of the utilities that we have as a Zepper, which is giving out that consultation, providing the tools necessary in order for you to succeed with your project,
Mm-hmm.
even
Yeah.
funding it if you need funding
Yeah.
for it.
Oh, bro, you're gonna change the game. And one of the things is that when you're in this early, you can start building that community and building yourself into a. You can become an early blue chip, and people will and having successful roadmap, successful game plan for your project, to where you're like, hey, I'm not. This is not a rug. This is not a rug pull. This is not just a pump and dump. This is not just something that you buy and then nothing happens from here on out. There's only one drop or two drops and that's it. Like you can have a chance to believe and find projects or create your own project that people are gonna trust and will follow you for the next few years as Sologenic grows, and you have that track record. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm speaking to like people who are gonna be collectors or people who are gonna be creators. You can start building your track record now, and that's what you're doing, right? With
Yeah,
Zeppers, you're building that track record to where when XLS 20 comes out and the big players come in, they're like, "What is the Zepper Labs?" Like, "Oh, they've been here. Damn, they've done like 7 drops already. Like, they have this community. This is their floor price. Like, it's a blue chip." And then that's when they, and then you get partnership. It's just a domino effect of what can happen.
exactly.
Oh,
And it's just working hard, man. It's just working hard and
yeah.
believing in what you have and what you can do. Because when I first started this project, right, like I said, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just going into this. I was, making mistakes here and there, and I was learning from these mistakes, learning from what I needed to do, right, on the Discord, like on every little small piece of thing that you would probably think that this wouldn't make a big impact. It does. So just have everything, plan and have everything already ready for the beginning before launching the project. So once that project launches, it's very successful, and that's where I learned throughout my experience. And right now, I'm gonna be implementing that with the new projects that I'm gonna be helping out. For example, yours, XRP Family, right? We have another project that we're helping out from this girl in Australia that she's an artist. It's called Dragon X. So it's so many awesome ideas and awesome projects that they're giving us that trust for us to help them and create something awesome within the Sologenic marketplace.
Wow, man. This is something I'm very excited about. Once again, thank you for coming on to the podcast and sharing your knowledge in the NFT space and with Sologenic. And I think that the future is bright for anyone who wants to get in right now. Anyone who is curious, just start looking it up. Follow Zeppers Fox Club. Get yourself some Zeppers, right? Subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we're gonna be releasing here, like once a week or every other week. Some tips, some videos, and I'm gonna try and get him on. I know you're gonna be busy. I know you're gonna be busy, so I'm not, expecting you to come on all the time. But whenever you want to, or we can plan it out, we can have
Of course,
updates, live updates on your project, on your roadmap, and what's going on with that. And we can also give, I'm gonna make videos and helping people get into the Sologenic atmosphere, right? Getting into the space of NFT collection with XRP and Sologenic. But whenever you're welcome back anytime. We're gonna be continuing
appreciate that.
working behind the scenes on Zeppers and the XRP family and other things moving forward. But yeah, brother, any last thing you want to say to anyone that's listening, any creator, potential creator,
Yeah, if you
collector?
guys are interested in getting into Sologenic marketplace, whether it be flipping NFTs or creating your own project, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter, right? You can reach out to my personal Twitter account,
Yeah,
which
what
is
is that?
Dark Santos.
I was gonna find that for you. My bad. I'll link
Yeah, you're good.
I'm gonna link everything in the description for everyone, so they can. How do you spell that Santos?
Yeah, with the X, Dark Santos.
Got it. There we go.
Yeah. So that's my personal Twitter. You guys can reach me out through there. Send me a DM, and I'll help you out whenever way possible, guys. Whether it be getting into flipping NFT projects in there, or just creating your own project and launching it, and and start getting into that Web3 space. I'm more than happy to help out in whatever way possible.
Woo. Hey, you guys, thank you for listening this far. If you guys made this far, then you guys got some great alpha. Shout out to Zepper. He is a phenomenal human being. I'm thankful to have met him. And this is the great thing about crypto is meeting people that around the world that you know what I'm saying? Like they have the same interests as you, right? They're creative. They have, they want other people to succeed, etc. It's a great experience. It's a great atmosphere to be around. And that's why I gravitated towards Sologenic, because I love XRP, and being in the Sologenic community already is already showcasing, like, man, people are support each other. It's like the early days of, I guess, OpenSea probably had it in the early days when the anti-hype was around. So you guys, I recommend joining the community, following him on all his socials, and if you have any questions, ask him. But yeah, you guys, thank you for watching or listening. I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Have a good one, guys.